Today we're at Charley's Cheesesteak. Check out the menu, guys. They have all kinds of cheesesteak that aren't like your traditional cheesesteak. Check out the sides. They got wings. They got all kinds of beverages. But today we're here for the old school, guys. Check that out.
What's going on, my people? It's Tony from Food Sesh, and we're back at it with another one. As you can see in the thumbnail, I'm at Charley's Cheesesteaks, and they're pretty cool because they have different kinds of cheesesteaks other than the traditional old school kind, like I showed you in some of that footage prior to me sitting down with the food. And before I even review this bad boy, I just want to let you guys know that I've been to some of the best spots in Phillies, even some of those tourist traps like Pat's and Gino's. I've been to Tony Luke's. I've been to John's Roast Pork. And there's another place in Williamsburg that I need to try that someone told me. I think it's called Frederick's or Fredroff's, something like that. Let me know in the comments if you know about that place, and I'll go check it out. Before I get into the cheesesteak, I want to just try one of the Cajun fries. I saw that this was on the menu and I said, you know what, I gotta try it. First of all, it looks nice and thick, and it's probably gonna taste like the Popeyes one, but it looks less greasy and definitely a lot thicker. So let's see, guys, cheers. Very hot, fresh, not bad. I wish I had a little more seasoning. So it's not as Cajun-y as Popeyes, but it tastes like a better potato. So I would give these a solid 8 all day out of 10. Let's get it, guys. Cheers. Now the cheesesteak. And it comes old school style with just the cheesesteak, onions, and I believe it's whiz sauce. It says cheese sauce, but let's see if it's cheese whiz, because the real Philly cheesesteak uses cheese whiz. So let's see, guys. I have it right here. Ooh, and it's piping hot. So I'm gonna break it in half, and then we're gonna commence this food. I broke it in half, guys, because it was so hot. Look at all the cheese that I have on my fingers. So it is gonna be a really messy sandwich. But let's see if it's cheese whiz. I might as well take some of that. Oh yeah, it's cheese whiz. Definitely cheese whiz. So if you're gonna eat this in your car, make sure you get a ton of napkins. So I'm back, guys. I had to take all that cheese off my hands because when I split the sandwich in half, it just fell all over the place. But as you can see, it's loaded with some nice steak in there. You got a lot of the cheese sauce, and it is cheese whiz. And you got those onions and that nice toasted hoagie Italian style bread. Enough of me yapping. Let's see what it tastes like. Big bite. Cheers. So I took the first bite, and it was really, really flavorful. I can taste the meat. I can taste that whiz sauce. The bread was nice and fresh. The onions and everything tasted really good. And for a fast food restaurant style Philly cheesesteak, I think this is banging. Now, it's not as good, of course, as a traditional Philly cheesesteak from Philly. But if you have a Charley's near you, I think so far, this is a go-to right here, especially after a long night. But let's take another bite, guys, because the first one was pretty good. Cheers. That second bite was amazing, guys. And one thing I gotta tell you is that this should be Arby's because they give you the meats for sure. This is loaded up with the steak, loaded up with that sauce, and I think everything goes well perfect. The onions are nice and grilled, and believe it or not, that was only the regular size sandwich. There's a bigger size. Small is pretty decent too. I believe this one was around $11.99 and the small was around $9.49. There's the receipt right there, so you can check it out. And so far, I think it's worth the money, guys. You know, usually sometimes I just do 2 or 3 bites. I don't always finish it and give you a score, but this thing is so good that I just want to keep going. And then once I'm done, you already know you're gonna get the score. So I'm gonna finish this one, and then I'm gonna come back and let you know whether the old school cheesesteak from Charley's is a hit or miss. Stay tuned, guys. Cheers. I got a bonus review. You know I had to wash that Philly cheesesteak down. They do have these cool drinks here. This is called the Charley's Craves. So I got the strawberry and peach one. and you can actually see the fruit all the way on the bottom. I'm not gonna eat the fruit now because I'm gonna have to drink the whole thing, but I'm definitely gonna drink it all, and when I get down to the bottom, I'm gonna have that nice surprise there. But let's see what it tastes like together. Quick sip, cheers. This is really, really good. Way better than the Popeyes drinks that they have. And you get real pieces of fruit. I taste the peach. I taste the strawberry. Wow. And I'm actually getting little pieces of fruit. This is banging. I want to try all the flavors. Our score on the strawberry peach quench by Charleys. This one here, 9.0 out of 10 all day. Must have 100% a hit. Cheers. So I finished half of the regular old school cheesesteak from Charleys, and let me tell you, it was banging. They load you up with meat, they load you up with the cheese, and that was only half of the regular. Look how much is left, and you can see how messy it is. Trust me, you need a ton of napkins for this one, even if you eat it inside. But don't even think about eating this one in your car, because you're definitely gonna make a huge mess. But like I was saying before, it's not as good as what you're gonna get in Philly from one of those top-notch old school mom and pop shops. But for what it is, fast food establishment Philly cheesesteak, I think they did one hell of a job. And I think this deserves a solid 8.5 out of 10 all day. And when I'm craving a traditional old school cheesesteak without having to drive 3.5 hours all the way to Philly, I'm gonna drive 20, 30 minutes to pick this bad boy up all day, so it's 100% a hit. If you haven't been to Charleys, try their old school Philly cheesesteak, and also check out the menu. They have a lot of cool stuff that you don't really get in other places, and I'll definitely be coming back. Let me know in the comments if you want me to review one of the other sandwiches, because this is the first time that I've actually been here, and I'm definitely gonna come back again. If it's not for the old school sandwich, it'll be for something else. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.